Hello, Gremolinos. It is I, Catherine, your possibly favorite asthmatic, mostly 10-fingered chaos reader. I truly have the most chaotic vlog happening right now. So one, I just finished a vlog and I need to post that actually. Ooh, good reminder to me. But I have 4 library books out physically that I need to get through, and I am just gonna read all 4 of them in this vlog. There is no theme to these books. They're just all over the place. They're just books I randomly requested and they all came in around the same time. And so we're just gonna read them. I wish, literally there's no theme. The theme is I need to read the 4 books I have out from the library because I have a book in at the library that I need to pick up that will not be in this vlog. And I have some Libby holds that are eventually going to come in that I'm going to need to read. So like I need to get through these books because the Libby holds, one of them I know for sure is only gonna be like a week or something. So I need to get these done. So yeah, the theme is reading my library TBR. I am also wearing my fun Spirit Halloween sweatshirt because it's comfy, and technically it's in like the 50s, but I'm freezing today. So I have a huge blanket on top of me and I'm wearing super fuzzy pants. But first book of the vlog is going to be horror. And it is, at least I think this is horror, maybe it's not horror, I didn't actually check, is The Body, which I only picked up because Gabby was talking about it and said there's like a religious element in it, which makes sense because of the window on the cover. See, it's like stained glass right there. But I had no idea there was religion in this. And I love a religious like horror, thriller, anything. I honestly don't know, does it say? Maybe it is a thriller. I have no idea. Genre unspecified to me because I'm too lazy to look it up. But I will be reading The Body first because I have had this one out the longest, which means it's probably due back sooner than even the new release that I know told me it's due like right after Easter. But I'm gonna be reading this one first and then just kind of loosey-goosey reading as I go. Also, a bookstore is opening in my town, which is shocking. We have 0 bookstores. 0. There is technically a video game store that has said it now has like a bookstore section. Like they're acting like it's kind of an annex that can be a bookstore, but that's really it. We have a book, like a mobile bookstore, but she's only ever in town occasionally when there's an event, and you kind of have to follow her. She's very nice, but she just like is not technically in my area. And then any other bookstores are farther out. Like I've looked this up. A couple people have said there are some somewhere, but I do not know where they are. And I'm also very sure, like I went to one that was just in some woman's like annex. Like she had a second building built on her property, but it was like a renovated shed with a trailer attachment. Like it was not a legal business. And she was like, oh, well, like we run it, but like we can't have events or anything. And it was all just like donated used books or books she bought from library book sales. So like it was fine, but Krista and I kind of were like, this is a lovely idea, but like we're not going back here. It was very like difficult to walk around in. And it technically wasn't even in my town. It was outside of town in the country. And we almost went off the road. So we just like weren't going back because it was very difficult to get to. But this one is interesting. It is in our downtown and it is opening on Saturday. So the goal is to go. It's also very near my library, which is nice. So yeah, so hopefully I will film that this weekend because I'm gonna try and go. Krista will probably hang in the car and she'll bring Chloe, so Chloe is not by herself. Chloe is doing well. If you've seen other videos, our dog Chloe had to have her spleen removed in like a very unexpected event, and she technically, like she's doing very well, but we don't know if she's still technically anemic. And so we don't really want to leave her by herself in case she like cuts something or just something unexpected happened. So even when we've like run errands, we've just like put her in the car and I've done all the getting out of the car stuff. So Krista was like, oh, I could just put her in the car. We could drive around or park or whatever, just depending. So that's the plan. But yeah, so I'm just chilling. This is a new area for you. I have a new work setup because again, I'm still monitoring her because we don't know about her red blood cell level day to day because you can't like test that at home. But yeah, so just FYI, you're gonna see a lot of this room still. But I plan to read The Body. Krista has court tonight and she had court last night and she was gone forever. So I am planning to read some of this while she is at court is my goal. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm just filming this really fast on my lunch break. It's been a wild day. I've been really busy and I almost forgot to take lunch. which I'm technically not supposed to do, but also it happens. And my asthma is being a delight because the weather has been cold and warm and then cold and then warm. It's been really weird. But I'm gonna go. I will update you on the body when I've read some of it. My plan is to update you before I finish a book. My last vlog and the vlog, I think even before that, I've just been running into the issue where I like read faster than I have time to film. So I've been like finishing the book and then giving full thoughts, but I am very curious. I'm not gonna tell you anything because I just like don't know what is and isn't a spoiler, even though I could read you the synopsis, but like the synopsis has a lot of stuff in it. So I'll just fill you in on my thoughts on the body when I can. So yeah, hang on for a wild, goofy, chaotic reading ride, Gremolinos. Good morning, Gremolinos. I have a giant thing of coffee. Also, it dropped down to like 20, so that's fun. Oh, Chloe's gonna bark at a cat. You're gonna have to deal, as we all do. Oh, she didn't. Good to know. So yeah, giant cup of coffee. It is Friday morning. My angles are a hot mess. Sorry. I'm actually not wildly tired. I'm a little tired, but not too bad. Krista did work pretty late last night, so I did read a hunk of the body. And I did promise that I was going to talk about it. So the synopsis of this mentions Mavis and breaking from her parents' congregation, but like there's a lot in here about like her mom specifically, which makes sense. But so far the religious aspects of this are more that like her parents are still religious. Her parents go to what seems like a pretty conservative church, but that Mavis has left, but that Mavis didn't leave until like maybe 8 years ago. And that a lot of her leaving was connected to a relationship that was going on, and then how she felt betrayed by the church, which isn't exactly what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking like, I don't know, the way I was reading it, the breaking from the church seemed like it was more like to get away from the church completely, and this feels more like it's getting away from the people of the church, as opposed to like the religious aspect itself, because Mavis is still very much like trying to uphold a number of tenets from her church, which they're deeply ingrained, but like she is married, and she very consistently is thinking about how she needs to be like the best wife for her husband, but then like she'll sometimes break from that and be like, I think he's cheating, and like all of this stuff goes on for her, and she has a lot that is tied to her previous relationship, which did last a long time, but there was a lack of trust at a certain point in that relationship, and she's really brought that over into her existing marriage. But the story itself is very odd in the layout. Like we start with a car accident, which is not mentioned, but I'm just telling you, it like drops you immediately into like a car accident, and Mavis talking about events that you don't know what she's talking about. In that she's coming from somewhere and she's not telling you where she's coming from, but she is worried about it. So we like, I think halfway through, maybe halfway through. Let me see where my bookmark is. My cat is trying to steal my bookmark. Am I like halfway through? I'm a little under halfway through, so I'm sure we're gonna get to it. It just isn't what I expected, and there have been some very graphic violence scenes, which I kind of expected, but I still am like not sure what genre this is. It feels more thriller than horror, but like I don't know, and I feel like it's not labeled anywhere to tell me. So like I am intrigued by what's going on, but the layout of everything, like how everything is happening, is kind of throwing me off a little. But at this point, like it feels like the church is in some way like related to this, possibly. Oh my gosh, do not bark. Bruni and Chloe are very distracted by Binks right now. Bruni wants to play with Binks, and now Bruni is just sniffing Chloe. She had chicken for breakfast. So yeah, I just like, I'm curious to see where it goes, but I feel like the religious aspect that I was hoping for is not exactly there. Like it's there in that Mavis is still very hung up on her church, and like the tenets she learned there, and like her mother. It's really her mother that is the issue. It's more the mom. Yes, there's a squeak toy going off. It's Party Capybara. It's literally Capybara with Party Cat. So yeah, so I don't know. I want to see where it goes, but I am also kind of like, what is happening? All at the same time. So we shall see. But I'm gonna go. I have plenty of time before work, so I'm gonna read more and try and get further through. I'm leaving work early today. This is like a pre-planned event. We have to take Kira to the vet, and today was like the only time they could get her in. She needs her yearly shots. So we have to take Kira, and then hopefully that doesn't take too long. But the appointment's at like 2 something, I guess. But I'm gonna go. I will fill you in when I finish the body, because at this point I don't know, like I don't think I can check in with you again until it's done, and we'll just see how it goes. Maybe it'll like pick up for me. It's creepy, like parts of it are creepy, but I'm also like, I'm not sure what's going on. Like I feel lost a little, and I was paying pretty close attention, so like I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to you when I finish the body. Hello, Gremlinos. Remember I said I wasn't going to talk to you until I finished the body? Well, I actually have to make an amendment to that. I got the bookstore opening date wrong, and it's actually today. Like the bookstore opens today, is open fully. So Krista was like, well, after we take Kira to the vet, why don't we swing by the bookstore so you can see it? But I want to change because I'm wearing like a cozy work from home outfit, and I had an outfit I wanted to wear, and I need to do my hair. Although I am getting my haircut tomorrow, but I'll just wash it again because I have to put hairspray in it. But I'm gonna do all of that super fast when, like right now, so I can get changed, be ready to go. But you're coming with me. So I wanted to give you an update that I will be in a different outfit. So yeah, you'll get to see the outfit, all that jazz, after all of this. Yeah, I was shocked. She sent me a text. She was like, it's actually today. And I literally wrote down the 27th, but for some reason I thought that was tomorrow, because you would think you do your opening on a Saturday and not a Friday, but whatever. But I gotta go. So I'm gonna get ready, and I will talk to you before we go to the bookstore. So talk to you later, Gremlinos. Hello, I'm very flushed. It was super warm in the vet's office, and it's really warm in the car. I also had to find a bunch of vet records on my phone on the fly for Bruni, because we're scheduling his appointment. And I'm in the car. Kira's over there. She had a great time. She did not care that she was at the vet. She was just very excited to see people. We would have stayed inside, but there was someone with like a really young golden retriever who was like very excited, and she was yelling a lot in like not a bad way, but she was just barking a lot, and the owner was trying to calm her down, and we're like, why don't we get out of your hair? So we're just hanging here while Krista goes and gets Bruni's appointment scheduled. But Kira was a rock star. She's watching for Krista. But yes, but I'm wearing my Ottawa Centaurs Hockey Club sweatshirt. It says Hollander on this sleeve, and then the other sleeve says Rosanov. I want to wear it for the bookstore opening. Oh, I need to turn the car on is what I should do. I'm also wearing cute socks, but you can't see them. They're the socks from the TV show, the banana socks. Krista got them for me. Is it your mom? She's getting very excited. But yeah, she was really good with all the people. Everyone got to say hi to her and hang out, but I should get everything on. But yeah, I think we're gonna pop into the bookstore now. We might run Kira home, I'm not sure. It's like 3 o'clock. So her appointment took about half hour itself. Like we've been here for about 45 minutes. Good job, good job. But yeah, but I'm gonna get the AC on because Kira is definitely hot. But I just thought I would show you the fun outfit. I'm wearing pleather pants, and yeah, I would show you the socks if you could see them. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get this car cooled down. So I will see you at the bookstore. Hello. Oh yeah. Hi Gremlinos. So we're in the car. We had to go get a gift card for our niece for her birthday. So we ran out to TJ Maxx because that's what she wanted. But I did not tell you about the bookstore. So you saw the bookstore, and I would like you to just make an assumption of what my thoughts are.
We have more books in the hutch outside our bedroom.
Yeah. So it's possible they sold a lot. I kind of doubt they sold a lot based on opening on a Friday and it being in the downtown area, which is not particularly busy on Fridays because a lot of people either don't work or they cut out early. Like, it's a business area, but I wouldn't expect people to go there. Like, it's just not something I would assume. I did get a coffee, which you didn't see. We swung into the bakery next door, and I got an Americano to drink. Well, I thought I would be walking around, but really I just like looked at a couple things and that was it. There really was not much to look at. There was one book called Beth is Dead. There was a Little Women themed like murder mystery, but I'm not sure I'll like it. And I didn't want to commit to a $20 hardback, so I wound up requesting it from the library.
Lord, Scarlet Fever.
Oh, yes. I don't know what the murder mystery setup is, but the library had a copy I could request, so I did that. We also then ran into the library because I had a hold to pick up, so I got that. I picked up a couple books randomly because of course I was in the library, but I didn't actually buy anything at the new bookstore. We did get coffee and we got some kind of croissant thing that hopefully we're trying it again.
As nuts, I will.
Right. Sorry, the sun's gonna be weird. Yes. So they said it was just regular chocolate, but we have to see. Again, sorry, the sun is in my eyes. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Oh, I do know. It's a vet record with paperwork on it. But yeah, so, oh, now you're very close to me. Let's see if I can, okay. So yeah, it was fine. It was, I think they even had less books than the video game store that says it's a bookstore too now. I have not been there, but they showed video online and I would actually say that they probably have more books and more actual like new releases. For some strange reason, this bookstore only had like memoirs and self-help books predominantly, and then like a handful of books. It was just odd. But yeah, so we're running a couple super quick errands. We're running into Ollie's real fast. But yeah, so that was really it. It was just so small. Like they made a big deal about like they got an order of books in specifically for the opening and there was just nothing. And again, they could have sold some stuff, I don't know. The biggest purchase of the day is that I found one of the Heated Rivalry Game Changers series books for Mary. I'm like slowly trying to find them for her. Mary is my sister. She wants to read them, but the only ones she will need now are Heated Rivalry, The Long Game, and Tough Guy. But she's not like urgently gonna be able to read them. I just said if I saw them I would snag them because they're cheap at TJ Maxx if you can find them. So I grabbed that. But we're gonna run in and see if maybe they have them at Ollie's. Ollie's has a lot of books. Sometimes they get random stuff. But yeah, we're gonna do that and then head home. We've ordered pizza for dinner. I was going to cook, but we're both very tired. And tomorrow I'm getting my haircut. So yeah, those are the updates. I will talk to you later, Grandma knows. I need to finish the body today. I have too many books to not finish the body. So I need to do that. Krista also said she'll probably fall asleep pretty soon. So yeah, but I'll go. Oh, I'll probably show you the wine we're having with dinner because Krista ordered some fancy random wines. And I think I'm gonna suggest we try one of the goofy flavors with dinner. Oh, you wanna have the black one? The black one is very good. Okay, that's fine. We can drink a different one over the weekend.
I've had many late nights of working.
Really busy. But yeah, but we're gonna go. I will talk to you later, Grandmalinos. I promise I will finish the body today. I'm gonna do it. Hello, Grandmalinos. Krista and I have had pizza and wings. Oh my gosh, the pizza was so bad. Yeah, there was absolutely no sauce on this pizza. Or like the sauce was in weird spots. Like whoever put it on wasn't paying attention. So like parts of the pizza had sauce near the crust and there was a little sauce in like the center, but the rest of the slices had no sauce on them. It was so weird. But the wings were good and the cheese bread was good. Pizza, gross. We actually got rid of it because it was like cardboard. Like it was so bad.
And they're fighting on me.
Oh gosh. Yeah, the boys are being ridiculous. I'm not gonna show you them having a cat fight.
Exist under both of your bodies.
Yeah. But we are home. I'm in my Ouija pajamas and I actually have to shower tonight because I put hairspray in. I have to remember to do that so that my hair is not hairspray.
You should show them. They're ridiculous.
Oh, here you go. Those are the boys. Being insane. And I would bet you in a sec, Bane is going to find a way to get Binks to give him a bath. Because that's what happens. But I finished, while Krista was watching Grey's, The Body. This definitely picked up. I finally understood what was going on. Literally after I updated you. Oh boy. The next chapter I read explained what was going on with Mavis.
Lord.
Good Lord, guys, just chill. But
it's all Bane.
It is Bane. It's totally Bane.
He doesn't like that I'm petting Binks.
Yeah. But this definitely picked up. This got so wild. I'm not showing you. Bane is just getting progressively more bonkers over there. But it got so creepy and they did explain what was going on. I totally got it. I was very into it. It was church related, so it did make sense. I just would say that the first 100-ish pages are like setting it up, but they're not exactly like explaining what's happening. And then they like suddenly like it all makes sense. So just like hold on because it gets very cool and creepy and it's very gory throughout. Like there's a lot of very gory scenes. There's a finger scene because you know every book I read apparently has a finger scene.
And every show we watch has a spleen.
Right, and every show we watch has someone getting their spleen removed. Just so you know, these are the things that haunt us. But someone gets their fingers chopped off on this. And I was like, oh, or in this. I was like, oh, of course, no. But it got very, very cool. We learned more about like kind of how their church works a little bit. And then like it is also very sad because some of the things that start happening, you see there's not as much control behind it as you would think. Also, Mavis has this like complete character shift, kind of, sort of. Yes, she does start shifting in some capacity. And you'll like see, I can't tell you, but it is very interesting. The end of this was interesting. I was very into this, but it did take me a little bit. I do think part of it was like I was a little distracted when I started it, so I may have like missed stuff, but I thought this got very cool. So just know that it's like a slow build horror. Like lots of creepy scenes, but like the plot itself will not be revealed to you until you're a ways into the book, and then it will make sense and you'll be like, oh, very cool. So very much enjoyed it. Just I had to get a little farther in. So, oh shoot, I put it over here. I went to the library. I'm not gonna show you all the, actually this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just, there you go. I went to the library and I picked up, they're out of order now, but I picked up The Burial Tide and William and Gideon the Ninth. And you may notice that these books are now in a specific order, and I've actually had to make a swap. So the next book I'm reading is Everyone in the group chat dies. I'm reading this next, but I need to read The Burial Tide after that because these are both 2-week books and everything else is a 4-week. So this bumped Dear Mothman. Terribly sorry, Dear Mothman. I am going to read you. You sound very sad, actually. But I'm going to read this probably around when I read Gideon the Ninth. For reasons. That's just how I lump them together. I have thoughts for what I'm going to read alongside that. I'm going to just keep coughing forever now. And then these are the other 3 books for this vlog. So Everyone in the Group Chat Dies is next. Then The Burial Tide. And then, oh my gosh. What is the actual title? Her Last Breath. Yes, that's the order. And back to me. So yeah, so this is the next book. Ta-da! This just sounded fun and it was on the new release rack and I grabbed it. And I have another book in at the library. So I have to return the body, actually. It is due in like 2 days or something like that. But the library is right next to where I get my haircut. So I'm gonna get my haircut and I'll drop it off before or after, either way. And I have to pick up another book, but it won't be in this vlog. I'll probably show it to you because I actually saw it at the bookstore. But that's the one I mentioned where I was like, oh, I don't know that I'm gonna super enjoy it, but I wanted to get it anyway. So yeah, that's everything. I need to take dogs out. I need to feed Chloe her dinner and give her her meds. And yeah, so I'll probably read some of this tonight. We have so many shows to also watch. We have so many things. Yeah, but I'm gonna go. I will talk to you probably sometime tomorrow. I don't think I'll vlog anymore tonight, though I may read tonight because Krista said she was super, super tired. So she may fall asleep earlier than me. We shall see. But I must go. So I will talk to you probably tomorrow morning, Gremelinos. Oh, coffee. I have to fill the coffee machine. I know. Thank you for assisting me there, Gremelinos. You're really good at that. But I must go. So I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Hello, Gremelinos. We've been running around mostly all day. Chris is on her phone. So I got up early, did the dogs, and then I wound up falling back asleep, so I didn't talk to you. We had coffee and we split this croissant we picked up at that bakery yesterday, the one where I got my coffee. It was fine. It was pan au chocolat, but it was no different than like, it didn't taste any different than like one you'd get at the grocery store. So like it was fine. Not worth $12. But yeah, so that was our morning. I fell back asleep until like noon. But I was up till like 10, I think. Then we started running errands and I got a coffee. We were gonna go get lunch because I had a haircut at 2:30, but we went and got coffee and some lunch stuff. And while we were picking up lunch, the hairstylist actually texted me and was like, hey, I'm actually free now until like your appointment. So if you want to come early, you can. And she moved. So she was literally like 2 minutes from where we were. So I went there and got my hair done. Not that you can super tell, but I got my sides cleaned up on all sides, but I'm all cleaned up. So I did that. And then Chris picked me up and we came home, we ate our sub, and then we had to go back out because I needed to go to the library to pick up a book and drop off a book. And then brain. We wound up going to a farmer's market that was like on the way there, and it was indoor. And we found out that there's a bookstore that's like 30 minutes away from us. Is it 30?
Yes.
Like, yeah, that's like 30 minutes away from us, and it's a romance bookstore. I have her card. She was doing a little like booth at this farmer's market. And can I find anything in this bag? No.
You don't have to leave it.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, bye.
It is Kiss and Tell, I think. Yeah, Kiss and Tell Book Boutique, romance bookstore. And she was super nice, and she said she normally has a ton of like inclusive reads. So she normally has like sapphic romance and Achillean romance, like female, female, male, male romance, and straight romance, and really anything. She was like, I stock anything, I'll order anything. If you want it, like I can get it. But she had just done a booth at apparently a new metaphysical store in town, and she was like, they bought all my sapphic romance. Like I have almost none left. She actually thought she had 0 left, and then she was like, I have this, and it's a cute little witch short story. And so she was like, it's a novella though, and not a full-size book, but it was only like $11, so I got it. It's very small, very cute, and I might save it until the fall. I'm not sure. It just looks super cute. And then I bought a bunch of stickers. They're in the bottom of this bag. Oh, I have 2 cards. Hold up. It's in here somewhere. I'm not gonna take them out because the cats are attacking the bag, but I got a bunch of like bookish stickers. It says you and books are all I need. There's like a ghost face reading a book one. There's a bunch of them. I'll put some on my iPad, and then I should be getting my new phone case Monday now, I guess. So I'll put some on the new phone case because that'll be cute. But yeah, so that was exciting to find out. Then I ran into the library. We had to get groceries. Then we went to Lowe's, and we were trying to look for pet steps, but no one had any that will work for large breed dogs. And now we're home. And we just got all the groceries put away. We fed the dogs and like took them out. Salem is really gonna eat these stickers. And what else? Is there anything else? Sorry, I'm just futzing with my hair. Brain. Is my brain even working? I haven't read anything to tell you about, but no, you cannot have my stickers. Salem literally picked the stickers up in her mouth and tried to walk off with them. So they're going over here. But yeah, so that's the update. So it's very exciting that there's a bookstore only 30 minutes away that's a full romance bookstore, and she's super nice, and she was like, no, it's like very inclusive. I try and have everything. And she didn't even know she like vaguely knew the Walmart, though the new bookstore had opened in the downtown area. Sorry, we were at Walmart. But she was like, yeah, I haven't been in. And I guess another bookstore opened in like another town, and her friend was kind of disappointed in the selection there too. So she was like, yeah, no, you should come. I'm just in like the downtown of that little town, and we know where it is. So yeah, so at some point we'll have to check it out. But we're gonna chill for a little, and then I gotta make dinner. And then tomorrow we're just gonna do some at-home stuff. But I'm gonna show you because we have like a fun plan for tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and read some at some point today. But right now I'm going to drink my Diet Coke with sour apple mixer in it, like non-alcoholic sour apple mixer. That's what's in here. Yeah, I'm gonna drink this because I'm really thirsty. And yeah. Yeah, that was a big sip, sorry. But I will talk to you probably not till tomorrow, Gremelinos, unless I have like a super exciting book update before I go to bed. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm tired. I'll talk to you later. Hi, Gremelinos. I'm standing because Salem took my spot. Like, she's right there. She refuses to move. I don't super have an update on everyone in the group chat dies. I'm a little ways in, and I'm gonna let you know, so far it's just reading kind of like a standard thriller with dual timeline. So we're in the present, kind of, almost not at all, with Kirby, and then we're going back 12 months, and in the 12-month section we meet Esme, who is the flatmate we learn who has died. So she died a while back after moving in with them kind of unexpectedly. She was a TikToker who was investigating a seemingly solved serial killer case. The cats are trying to eat all the food on the bed. Ugh, I'm gonna try and film fast, I swear. So Esme is suddenly texting in the group chat even though she's dead. And then it appears that the idea is whoever is impersonating Esme is going to kill everyone in the group chat. And really, that's as far as I am. Kirby in the 12 months ago timeline is really trying to impress Esme. And Esme is like, oh, well, so she's not really a TikToker. They made up a name. So it's a different thing, but it's like TikTok. And then Esme is like trying to convince Kirby to get on it because Kirby wants to be a journalist but says her job is going nowhere. And Esme is like, oh, well, like after I like get stuff about this like serial killer case from the 90s, then my like, I think she calls it show me, is gonna really take off. So like that's all I really know so far. But again, it's kind of reading like a standard thriller. Like they got a text from Esme and then one of the former flatmates who we really haven't met at all, he had not been introduced except by name, he died. And I was like, okay, so all right. It was very random. I thought it would be someone like closer to Kirby, but I guess that was kind of a disposable roommate. But we'll see where it goes. But the reason we are here is because we are going to do a wine tasting. So Krista bought, I'm gonna flip out of frame, a bunch of wines. And they're all Stella Rosa. And they're like flavored wines. So we have strawberry rose, I think, rosé, strawberry rosé? Yeah. Green apple, watermelon, and then pineapple chili. And so I'm gonna pour them into these cups over here. They're sitting on my little cube and we're gonna try them. So I'm gonna start with strawberry. I'm gonna do it all the way down here. We're gonna do our best here, folks. These are not technically wine tasting glasses. These are just glasses I had. I am making a huge mess. Are we surprised? Okay, these are spilling everywhere. Also, please ignore anything Krista says that may or may not be work related. It wasn't. She was saying places around us. And then we're gonna pour green apple.
We're at a review on a really good Indian place.
Ah.
They didn't say where it was. They just said Moyer's Corner, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
In Baldwinsville.
Oh. Alright, now we're pouring watermelon. Watermelon. Yeah, this is spilling everywhere. I am doing my best here, folks. That was a tray. I didn't break anything. That was not me.
Bag it up, it's food time.
Oh, this is tricky. And one more. The pups just ate and went out, so they're hanging downstairs.
Much to their chagrin.
Yeah,
So
they
it
wanted
was
to
like,
go here.
What do you mean I'm not coming upstairs?
Yeah, the issue is they will try and literally drink the wine and eat the food we brought up, so...
We tried to indulge in cupcakes.
Yeah, we tried to eat mini cupcakes yesterday, and Chloe tried to eat one whole, like, with the paper on it. She, like, tried to take it out of Krista's hand, and we actually had to pull it out of her mouth because of the paper. Alright, so there's those. I think they look very fun. I'm actually going to take a picture of that. There's that, and then Krista is unpacking snacks. We have, like, cheese, crackers, Baines by the little meat cubes, and some cheese. But I'm going to stop recording for a sec, and then I'll give you thoughts on things as we try them. Those are a really awkward angle. Say hi to Salem, who is going to have to move so I can sit down.
Oh no, I lost my goose.
Oh yeah, she walked out. She might be under the bed, actually. But we'll be back in a sec. And we're back. And of course I have something in my eye now. Lovely. Hi, again. Okay, so Krista has her stuff over there with the cats. Mine are over here with random books and dog stuff. But we're going to start. So let me adjust. Maybe I can hold this. All right, first one, strawberry rosé, which smells very strawberry.
That's nice.
Yeah. Taking second sips. It's strawberry.
I was gonna say it's more rosé than strawberry.
It's a little drier than their other ones. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna try not to. Okay. Oh gosh. So the next one is green apple. Yeah, Krista's having a little snack. So I'm only not because I can't hold the camera and a wine cup and eat food. And Goose is going for the food. Alright, so this is green apple. Hi Goose. Goose says hi. Alright, green apple.
Hi Goose. Definitely tastes like green apple.
Whoa. That's very apple.
That's one you'll love.
Yeah, that one's really good. Very apple. Yeah. No, I really like that one. That reminds me of the apple ones from, like, not spiced, but it reminds me of the apple wine from Llewellyn, the Witch's Brew ones.
I think it's better than the Witch's.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that these are all Stellas?
Yes. So yes, now watermelon, which I'm very worried about because I feel like it could be gross.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not as good as the green apple.
No. See, Goose is up there. Chris is eating cheeses. Goose is very into the foods. She ate like half of the icing off of a mini cupcake earlier. Okay. Now the final one is the craziest one. It's pineapple chili. And I did it last because I was afraid it would be really spicy.
You got cheese down there, bub.
Ooh. You're like, went up my nose somehow? It's not really spicy. I don't...
It's the same cheese.
It kind of reminds me of a margarita, sorta. It like cleared my sinuses real fast, but it's like not...
Oh.
I don't know. Like, it's fine.
Well, this is all you.
Okay. So, I'd probably say the green apple is my favorite.
Same.
I think the strawberry and watermelon are about the same. I'd probably like the strawberry a little more than the watermelon.
Agreed.
And the pineapple chili is fine, but I don't think it tastes like wine. I think it tastes like a very not strong margarita. But I've gotten spicy margaritas before that I liked. And you don't like spicy margaritas. So that's probably why Krista doesn't like that one. I think it's fine. It's my least favorite, I think. But yeah, we're gonna eat the rest of our snacks, sip on our little tastings, and probably watch Flea Market Flip. That's like all we've been watching recently. It's fun. It's like 2 teams of 2.
Yeah, we're just having a cozy day.
Yeah, we're just chilling. We hung out with the dogs earlier, and then we did outs with them, and we wanted to eat. And Chloe has been in a very like, I'm gonna steal all your food mood. So they're downstairs because she really shouldn't have a ton of people food. But yeah, so Goose is gonna hang and eat. Goose loves people food. Hi. Oh, I'm supposed to call you Gooselinos, according to Goose, not Gremlinos. You are not gremlin-esque in any way. You are Gooselinos because you are her followers. You're only tuning in for clips of Goose, which I will say have been in short supply because I've been downstairs and it's harder to get Goose on camera downstairs. But we're gonna snack and sip. And I'll try and talk to you later tonight because I did tell Krista I wanted to try and read Everyone in the Group Chat Dies Today because I kind of just want to like get done with it. It feels like a thriller that if I read it in one sitting, like in a day, I will like it more than if I keep just reading like a chapter at a time. Because it's just like, I don't know, I need it to grip me more. I really need it to. And I'm really excited to get through the rest of the books. And also, my Trad Wife hold came in, but I can't read that till the next vlog, and so I really, really, really want to get done with these books. I have a whole theme for the Trad Wife vlog, and I'm so excited, but I can't read it until I finish these. But I'm gonna go. I will talk to you later tonight. I promise, Gremlinos. Hello, Gremlinos. I have like a little spot by my lip that I think is from the wine, maybe? I don't know, it's just very irritated, and I have no idea why. But I'm here. It is late. Krista's playing a game on her phone. But I have finished. Everyone in the group chat dies. So the story does spend a majority of the time in the 12 years ago section, and then once we get very close to the end, it basically is set all in the present. We do stay with Kirby, aka, yeah, because she doesn't go by Kirby the entire time. Her actual name is Claire. The nickname kind of stuck when she was a kid, but in the present timeline, she prefers going by Claire. But she gets this message from, I like told you all of this, from Esme, who has been dead for 12 months. So it is basically the anniversary of this Crowhurst fair. It takes place every year in Crowhurst, where she used to live with her flatmates, who are all in the group chat. And there was a solved murder that Esme insisted she was there to like uncover the truth. And that was her plan. She was gonna film all these things, uncover the truth, blah, blah, blah. Well, we do learn what happened and how Esme did die. But someone is basically saying that they know the secret and everyone in the group chat will die because of what happened with Esme. Now, it is a little bit interesting for the Esme stuff, but the present plot kind of falls into a sort of, it's very quick. So when we get into the present timeline, a lot of the stuff that's happening is very rapid once Claire gets to Crowhurst. There are just a lot of like, this is the, like, everyone in the group chat is kind of leaving, quote unquote, very quickly. And then we get to the end. I do feel like this is a book that you'll enjoy more if you just kind of read it very quickly and you don't try and solve it yourself. You just kind of let yourself go with the flow. I thought it was fine overall. It just didn't like, I don't know. I think maybe if we had stayed in the past timeline for a majority of it and then just jumped to the present at the end, which kind of happens, but there are some present timelines interspersed in there. Maybe that would have been better for me. I'm not sure. Like, it was just fine overall. It felt very just like typical thriller. It has a bit of that like, I know what you did last summer edge to it with the like, I know what you did and this is why. And the ending is a bit surprising. You are kind of given hints, I guess, but I was just kind of like reading through it and I was like, I think I'll enjoy it more if I don't try and solve the puzzle. So I think in that regard, it's fine. It wasn't exactly what I expected. I feel like, again, I either would have preferred it if we stayed in the 12 months ago timeline for most of it and then just jumped to the present at the end, or if perhaps we even got less of the 12 months ago timeline and spent more of it in the present. I think it would have been more interesting for me if we had gotten a little bit of the flatmates in the present more. We didn't really see them in the present. We only really saw them in the past, which was odd because they're being targeted. So it was just odd to me that we didn't get like more of that. So again, it was fine. If you want just like a thriller that's pretty easy to read, I would go with this one. But it was fine. I feel like it got me because I was like excited about like the TikTok element. Not that I even have TikTok or use TikTok. I'm an elder millennial who does not do things. I used to like be a huge technophobe. Like I just didn't use tech. Like I don't even think I really used any, like I didn't even watch YouTube, like really. Like I just didn't do anything until I was in like college. And even then, like I didn't get a Twitter until I was in college and that was the only thing I had. And then I got rid of my Twitter and now I only have an Instagram and a YouTube. Like I didn't use a lot of technology. And so I'm very slow to adapt new things, like TikTok that I just don't have. But yeah, so it was fine. I just kind of wanted more of the like investigation element in the 12 months ago timeline. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. So here is hoping, big hope, that The Burial Tide by Neil Sharpson, which is my next read, it's the one I subbed in for this, is better. Now I am going into this knowing that I was not the biggest fan of Knock Knock Open Wide. That one, there was the premise about this like evil television show and I didn't think I got enough evil television show and I was very upset about that, which is why I liked Rotten Tommy, which I read after it, and that has more evil television show in it. But I am curious about this one and I'm gonna let you know why. Just before I even start it, this is a seal on the front and a number of people were talking about how there's a seal on the front and it's set in, yeah, it's set off the coast of Ireland, and I was obsessed with this movie called The Secrets of Roan Inish when I was a kid, which is a like very beautiful movie about a Selkie and like the secrets of Roan Inish, which involve a Selkie woman and her baby. And I just remember that very clearly. That there's a Selkie woman, there's a lost baby, there's like a whole thing. The music was beautiful, the display of the film was beautiful. And I used to watch it all the time on VHS. And for some reason, knowing that this is a Selkie, or a seal, I'm assuming a Selkie, it has to be a Selkie, right? If it's not a Selkie, I'm gonna be real upset. But I'm kind of just hoping this is like a horror version of The Secrets of Roan Inish, which is bizarre, but I'm hoping that's what this is. So this is the next book. I am getting ready for bed, so I'm not gonna read any of this until tomorrow, I don't think. But it does look like, just in a flip through, it's alternating perspectives like the Knock Knock Open Wide book was. So yeah, that'll be the next one. We shall see. I'm very excited for the last book in this vlog, and I'm kind of putting it off because I'm the most excited about it. Yeah, I am probably the most excited for that one. So yeah, we'll get to that one. I also really want to get to Treadwife, which is again, not till the next vlog, but I'm gonna get ready for bed, and I will talk to you in the morning, Gremolinos. Hello, Gremelinos. I'm a little flushed. It's hot outside, and I ate one buffalo wing, and I had some wine, and I think all of that's causing me to be flushed. I'm still in my outfit that I wore for work, not that anyone saw me, but I wanted to give you an update on the Burial Tide. I am a little ways in. I'm just gonna show you. I'm 100-ish pages. So we're on the island of, oh my gosh, is it on here? It's like Inchbenock, which I'm probably saying wrong because it's Irish. But it does open with a woman named Mara, or at least whose name is probably Mara, finding herself buried alive and digging herself out of her grave while screaming. And the opening of this is like that. It's dramatic. Then there's like a couple confusing things where like the setup of this was throwing me off. But at the point I'm in now, I'm following things a bit more. I feel like going into this, you should think like Twin Peaks, but Irish a little. Stuff is going on, characters are odd, there's strange things happening that you can't like immediately follow, but you just have to kind of go with it. We have introduced the idea of Irish mythology being tied to this island in some capacity, which I also think is important to note. But without, this won't spoil things for you. For some reason, Mara and this, she meets someone named Declan, who is part of this plot. For some reason, this book is reminding me of the first season of the OA, the Netflix show. I don't know if it's because like Mara can't really remember things and then is like randomly remembering things that don't make sense, or it's like her being kind of confused, and also there's like a guy helping her, and that was kind of the setup of the first season of the OA, possibly the second. It's been a while since I watched it. But I'm like enjoying it. It's just very slow. Hello.
I have a Mars video to show you when you're done.
Oh, okay. Mars, Potato Jones, the hippo, FYI. Yeah, so it's interesting, but I will say some of it is still a bit confusing. So as you're reading it, just know there are parts that will be odd. There's also things that the author's trying to tease, I think, throughout as like hints to you about stuff, but some of it gets a little lost to me. Like there have been some hints and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then there's also like otter stuff that's going on, and like ODDER, not otter, because there are seals in this. But yeah, it's just everything in this town is odd, and I would just say think of it like Twin Peaks but Irish, and I think that will help you as you're progressing through the story. And also like it is building. Now I don't know if the payoff is going to be worth it. I am so far liking it more than Knock Knock Open Wide. And I do remember that having kind of an odd story structure where I was like confused a little, or stuff felt slow and then it picked up. So I am curious to see where this goes. I think I'm going to get on pajamas very soon, and I want to fill you in while I was still looking very put together, but sitting in bed. So yeah, that's where I am so far. I will give you thoughts sometime tomorrow on the rest of the book. But I am enjoying it at this point. It was slow. Like I read a good 50 pages where I was like, what is happening? Why am I reading this? But I am liking it now. So yeah, I will let you know more when I get farther in. Also, some stuff has been real gross. There's been some gross stuff, like gross, weird stuff. But I'm gonna go, Gremelinos. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Good morning, Gremelinos. It is a gray, rainy Tuesday, and I have finished The Burial Tide. I actually finished it last night, but I decided I was gonna wait to fill you in on my thoughts this morning when I had my giant cup of coffee. Okay, so The Burial Tide. I told you a lot of it already, and I feel, okay, so I am going to say that a lot of it focuses on a great deal of Irish mythology, and if you know Irish mythology, the idea of Selkies is very present, and Selkies do come up in this, but I'm not going to tell you how. There are a number of seals present, and I will say Selkies come into it, but I cannot say how at all without spoiling the book. If you don't know anything about Irish mythology and you go into this, or like Irish folklore or anything like that, you may not see the Selkie part coming. If you do, you probably will. I did very much like how it tied up. The story does become a lot more, like everything becomes less Twin Peaksy and gets a bit more methodical. Now again, there are eerie elements thrown into this, and oddly enough, it started, like once the Twin Peaks part went away, it kind of started reminding me of the show that was on, oh my gosh, what was the name of that show? You got really close to me because I was thinking, Haven on Sci-Fi, but I only watched that show when it was actively on the air because I'm old. And I haven't watched it since, but it started reminding me of that. In a good way, but it did start reminding me of the show Haven, but again, set in Ireland. I did enjoy where it went. It got very creepy, very gory. A lot starts happening as we get to the tie-up of the novel, but I very much enjoyed it. Also, this is a book where the epilogue was very nice. So I did enjoy The Burial Tide. I enjoyed this vastly more than Knock Knock Open Wide. Again, Knock Knock Open Wide for me, the only issue was that it kept referring to a children's show, and I just felt like we didn't get enough of the children's show. This leaned into the Irish folklore and it kept going, and that's what I wanted. So I did enjoy this. I also think that if you were a kid obsessed with The Secrets of Ronin-ish, you would like this. If you like horror now. If you don't like horror now, please don't read this. This is horror. But it was fun. It was a fun time. And you do get a lot of points of view. I wasn't expecting that. There are more POVs in this than you might think, and you get some POVs that you might not expect. So yes, very fun time. Again, if you like Irish folklore. Then we're moving on to the final book, which already has my bookmark in it. This is Her Last Breath by Taylor Adams. I have not read anything by Taylor Adams. We are only reading this because people keep comparing it to The Descent, and I love the movie The Descent. So I'm not gonna tell you anything until I start. The goal is actually to finish all of this book today. And then I would finish out the vlog today so I can get it uploaded and edited, and then I can move on to my next TBR from the giant TBR pile on my nightstand, because I'm very excited for some of those books. But yeah, so let's get reading. I have time before work. I have my giant cup of coffee and I'm ready. I'm ready to just be cozy and read for the little bit of time I have before I actually have to start doing work stuff. So yes, I will be back, Gremolinos, when I've read some of Her Last Breath. I'm gonna try and do like before I finish the book, but I am going to make a caveat here. If it seems like a book that I'm not going to be able to explain at all at like a halfway point, then I'll update you when I'm done. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna get cozy. I will talk to you sometime later today. Hello, Gremolinos. It finally focused. I am here. It is a little ways after work, and I have finished Her Last Breath. I did tell you that I might not talk to you until I'd finished this one, and yeah, I was gonna have to. So the book is technically broken into parts, and what's odd is 2 of those parts of the 4, okay, 3 of the 4, are actually from a different character's point of view. We are primarily following Tess, and I will let you know that Tess's point of view is the first section. The second section is technically a character named Jacob, his point of view, but we're also getting Tess relaying the events of the things going on in the cave to Jacob, or like of Jacob. It's that section, probably like a Jacob section had to exist because they wanted to give us Jacob backstory, but also like that section has insertions of Tess talking about interactions with Jacob. So that one's a little tricky, little messy of the sections. There is then a section for 2 other characters. So we do get a section with Allie, and we do get a section that deals with Ethan, and those are the 4 primary characters of the story. Oh, my battery is dying, so we gotta talk fast. So Tess and Allie have been friends since Tess was a teenager. She actually came to live with Allie, and Tess and Allie basically work together. Allie is like an adventure vlogger, blogger kind of thing, and Tess is her like business manager. And the 2 of them have been kind of drifting apart because Allie now has a boyfriend named Ethan, and they decide to go caving together. Now, caving sounds horrifying to me. I would not do it. That's why the movie The Descent is so horrifying. Like, who wants to climb inside a cave where you could die? You could get stuck. You could just die by being in the cave. No, thank you. So they're going caving together as like a girls' trip. And then they meet a guy, aka Jacob, and then that turns into a fight for their lives. And things get very bad for how I want to make sure that Yeah. So, and these things, everything gets very bad. And then we're listening to Tess relay everything. And she is referred to as a survivor in her section. So going in, you are following Tess and only Tess. And Tess is laying out everything that happened and how everything was terrible and like all of this time that has passed. And we are supposed to inherently trust Tess because she is our primary narrator. But this is a story where you have to pay attention to everything Tess is saying. And there is an investigator throughout this named Detective Washington who only deals with homicide cases. And because there was an attack and there has been death, she is involved. And she is interviewing / getting all of the details of the events from Tess. And you just have to pay attention as you're reading. I'm going to let you know, this is not a thriller that's going to blow you away, I don't think. I feel like it's a very guessable thriller in terms of what's going on. Krista's laughing at something, so I'm going to be quick because I want to know. But I'm going to finish this because my battery is dying. So I felt like it was very guessable. The setting of it is horrifying, and really the setting is what did it. If this was set not in a cave, I would not have enjoyed it as much. But the cave setting really did it for me, even though the entire story I was like, yep. Love Detective Washington though. So give it up for Detective Washington, even though she talks about cognitive issues and I felt very bad for her. But also, she's a powerhouse and my favorite character. But yeah, you'll understand why. I would say read it if you like a thriller that you don't have to pay a ton of attention to still catch what's going on and what the author is doing. It's a guessable thriller, but it was a fun time. So I will grant fun time. There is a tiny twist, like an itty-bitty little twist, but the rest of it, like, it's supposed to be very twisty-turny, and if you're not expecting twists and turns in a thriller, then maybe they'll catch you by surprise, but the whole dang time I was like, yep, this is how this is gonna go. But I still had fun. It is a read it in one sitting-esque kind of book. Like, if I had read this over the course of multiple days, I would not have enjoyed it. It's a book that you have to, like, knuckle in and read in a day, or it's gonna not do it for you, I don't think. But I had fun. It was a good time. That's the end of the vlog, and with the battery dying, I hope you enjoyed all of the books. I feel like I enjoyed them for the most part. The next vlog will be coming very soon because I want to start reading Tried Wife, gosh dang it. So yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next one, Grammarly knows. Bye!